Welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 2 Part 3 with Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. God, it's been what, like 3 weeks since we did the last stuff?
My God.
But yes, we are starting Act 3, which according to Cloud is actually feels rather swift that we're starting Act 3 this early.
Well, it's because I'm not used to how short the earlier sections are in this game. I'm used to, well, I mean, mind you, I am used to quick go-throughs of the early parts of any game, but it's just that I've never seen somebody go through Donkey Kong Country 2 so quickly just because they know the game.
Yeah. Again, what I'm waiting for here specifically is I'm waiting for him to actually stop throwing the crates, but this is one of the ones that doesn't stop throwing the crates. Most of the cloaks actually have a behavioral pattern where they will throw a certain number of projectiles and then they will stop throwing it and change up their behavior pattern, usually by throwing a secret item or just flat out leaving. For example, this one. He'll start by throwing bananas, then he'll throw a bee, and then he will attempt to leave.
Flee! I'm out of things! Let me get more things!
Yes. Act 3 is where a lot of the more gimmicky enemies start to really show themselves off. Much like the cloaks will be running across one of my least favorite enemy types in the game. The Cat of Nine Tails, but that's much later.
These guys are really silly.
Actually, I think Cat of Nine Tails isn't until Act 4, but...
So these guys, oh, so you're waiting for him to throw a goodie? A cannonball! But where does it... Oh, cannonball, monkey!
Yep.
Destroy them all!
With this cannonball. Unfortunately, Dixie cannot make that jump. So, there. You have to actually throw it with Dixie.
Yeah.
You have to throw it with Diddy too, but...
So I noticed there are a lot of objects in the foreground that kind of make it difficult to see platforms in the water.
Not so much in this stage, although they do come up here. Honestly, it's a much bigger problem later.
Yeah, see, like right there, like you kind of have to wiggle the screen left and right just to see that there's. Oh, I can step down there and not drown.
So, Bayonetting, Cloud is officially in Smash Brothers, and Bayonetta will be getting into Smash Brothers soon.
What, they just released him as a new character?
Not just, but yeah. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is officially a character in Smash Brothers.
No shit. But for the record, I did not get my name from Cloud.
I know.
I am over on Cloud 91. I am on Cloud 9. Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
But it's actually a pretty big deal, not for me specifically, but for the gaming community in general, so I thought I would bring it up. I actually have played Smash Wii U. I don't care for it over Brawl, honestly. I personally think that the Brawl and Melee are still the better versions of Smash.
So everybody and their mother says that, you know, Melee is the superior game because the metagame is a lot more, like, skill-intensive, but the skills are kind of stupid, in my opinion.
Yes, like wave
dashing. It's like you can't compete at the tournament level. You must learn this skill. It's like, no, I'm gonna play this the way you want, and I'm gonna dash your fancy pants.
It's still a party fighter at its core, and in the event that anyone ever wants to try and play me in Smash, I don't play Smash for serious show. I play with most of the items on, and if we're taking items off at all, it's going to be more of the superfluous ones, because I'm keeping in Final Smashes and Pokeballs. Fuck off. I might take out healing items though.
Yeah, healing items always were a pain in the ass in the Smash games.
Although I still actually like having maximum tomatoes on.
No health items, no healing.
Oh, come on.
Keep the damage you take.
But Maxim tomatoes are awesome in a Kirby reference.
They are a Kirby reference. It's a tomato, and Kirby loves to eat things.
Well, they appear in the Kirby games, dude. Come on, you should know this.
No, I do not. I've only ever played like 3 Kirby games, unfortunately.
Really now?
Yeah, I played Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy Pocket. I played Kirby's Avalanche on Super Nintendo and Kirby 64.
That's 3, not 2.
Yeah, it is 3.
Spin-off game.
I was a king of Kirby's Avalanche.
Well, I could never be the king of Kirby's Avalanche simply because I'm not actually good at Tetris Attack. Well, that's, I mean, I'm good at Pokemon Puzzle League, which is technically Tetris Attack, but the variant of Tetris Attack that Kirby's Avalanche is, I am not good at.
Yeah, I can't remember the specific nuances of Kirby's Avalanche, but, yeah, I had played Pokemon Puzzle League for a long time. I played, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Which is Kirby's Avalanche.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
I think they're technically Choo Choo Rocket, aren't they? If not Choo Choo Rocket, then Puyo Puyo Pop.
I wouldn't know. I never played those games.
Well, variants of them can be found in Sonic and All-Stars Tennis.
Well, they have tons of variants of these games. It's just
True.
the puzzle these fucking pufferfish. They're like, it's like, oh no, I gotta go now.
Yeah, this guy. And yes, I'm waiting for the roulette wheel to stop where I want it to.
More lives.
Yes.
You do this entire game in one sitting?
No, I do not do this entire game in one sitting. I am not skilled enough, nor do I have the endurance to do that. But I do each act in one separate sitting. Yes, I did jump cut there. I know my jump cut skills are just absolutely tremendous, but
Well, it fooled me. I thought it was just. Actually, I didn't think it was anything. I just. But I was.
Alright, but I do each individual act in one sitting, but I do not do the entire game in one sitting. I can't do it.
So at the next act, we're gonna see you have a different life counter.
Probably not, honestly.
I thought that's what happens when you save and turn the game off. Is you start off with 3 lives.
It is, which is why I'm not saving and turning the game off. Cloud is unfamiliar with how emulators work, quite clearly.
I am unfamiliar with how emulators and new games in general work. I have not bought a new game in like about at least a year. The last new game I got was StarCraft 2.
Really? I could have sworn that the last new game that you got was the Resident Evil 6.
I did get both of those around the same time.
Okay.
I still haven't beaten that game, just for the record. I find it very difficult to motivate myself to go back to that.
Yeah, it was, I think, as of this recording, one of the Oracle's parts that just got uploaded mentions that you wanted to do the mercenary stuff for Resident Evil 6, but then you said, no, fuck this game.
It's kind of mercenaries, especially. Like I could feel how necessary it is to have a partner in that game.
Is this our first instance of this? I think this is our first instance of this. But behold, oh no, not yet.
Find the token.
Yes, behold the find the token, creme coin game.
I don't much care for the bonus games that require you to ascend platforms, because once you fall down, you're basically done.
Yeah. And I go back up here for the bonus goodies. That is a very easy way to actually farm for infinite lives, if you want to do that. I don't recommend farming for infinite lives there, but you can do it if you want. And now, the gimmick that I was attempting to introduce, the fact that we are now actually Radley. We are not riding him. We have turned into Radley the rattlesnake. Yes, the gimmick for this level is that you are Radley and you must platform your way through the level without being consumed by bees and crocodiles, but mostly crocodiles.
So you absolutely cannot get hurt.
You can get hurt because you still are, 2 iterations of you are still both Diddy and Dixie.
Oh.
As you can tell, I have a spare Ratley down there.
Yeah.
See?
Yep, and now you don't. You're out of Radleys. Extra Radleys. This is...
Yes, I'm not very subtle with my jump cuts, but I do have them.
I was distracted for a brief moment by just the terrible toxicity in the ocean in the background. Like, seriously, it's a fucking ocean of green toxic slime. Look at this! What has happened to the world?
It got taken over by King K. Rool and all of his evil mad scientist stuff in the next game.
He says, global warming, bullshit. Oh, okay, so you got another Radley as soon as you hit the DK barrel.
Yep. Like I said, it's just like having a Diddy or Dixie. Well, Diddy and Dixie.
It's because Radley ate both of them.
Radley did not eat both of the Kongs.
He is happy as well fed.
Besides, having that much hair would be bad for Radley's digestive system.
I doubt that. I mean, a snake is basically like a series of it's one single intestine is the snake, and it pushes.
Wouldn't that mean that it's actually it suffers from clogging that much easier?
Well, no. That's why I make the point that's like an intestine. Your intestines, you know, humans or any creatures for that matter, like they will flush out everything that goes into them. That is when they function correctly.
Yeah. But, you see, Ratley is a video game snake. We don't know if his intestines function correctly.
Well, I'm sure.
Maybe he suffers from IBS. We don't know.
IBS?
We don't know what kind of medical conditions Ratley may have been diagnosed with as a small snakeling.
I don't know his medical history, but I bet you his shit comes out as coiled as his tail.
Probably. So, Some Call Me Johnny has been recently doing the Metal Gear retrospective.
Retrospective?
Yeah.
As in, like, the history of Metal Gear Solid?
Not the history, but, you know, a review series focusing on the Metal Gear games leading up to Phantom Pain.
Okay, so it's like a retro reviews.
Yes.
I once saw a video that kind of pokes fun at gamers who make reviews of games that came out like way after the point when the review would have been really relevant.
Was this College Humor's a poke at it?
I cannot remember for the life of me, but I remember that distinctly because I was aware of a lot of people who made retro reviews when I saw that little parody.
Damn, it got hit by a tail.
You got hit by a peg leg.
Alright, the gimmick for this level and why I hate it so much is that this is an enhanced version of an enemy that we saw earlier. His name is Snapjaw. He will one-shot you, as everything else does in this game. The difference being is that he actually follows you throughout the level.
And as the water level rises, then he can reach your position.
Yep.
Here comes the water. That was a jump cut.
Yes, but if you'll notice, before we actually did the awkward jump cut, I actually got the invincibility barrel. So it should not have killed me, but it did
But
anyway.
it did. The end. Snapjaw will make you rage quit.
I am not good at slime climb. I will admit this. However, it is a pretty fun level to speed through if you're actually familiar with it enough. I clearly am not.
Died twice. Yes, I am starting to count your deaths.
My Wii U's got, Nintendo updates. Nintendo keeps wanting me to buy stuff this month.
Here comes the death. Should Nintendo be satisfied by now?
I mean, I buy almost every single Pokemon game. Like, the only Pokemon game that I haven't actually tried yet is Pokemon Picross.
That was 3 deaths.
Yes. And I think I cleared on this life, so...
Well, I heard that Nintendo has enough money in its coffers to sustain itself for like 50 years or some
45, but yes.
45 years. And buying their games only extends the timeline that they can do jack shit.
Yeah.
Which they won't. Oh, so that's why you need the invincibility barrel.
That's why you need that invincibility. The other invincibility barrel is actually for another bonus mission. And now we move on to Bramble Blast. Welcome to the Bramble levels, which have what is arguably the best music in Nintendo history.
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
I say arguably because I love almost everyone I know who has ever played Donkey Kong Country 2 loves this track. And yeah, this track is fucking awesome.
It ought to give you...
Unfortunately, these levels are fucking hell, but...
Well, that I was gonna say, like, it gives you a really relaxing track to help you rationalize why you're playing such a frustrating level. Yep, because of stuff like that.
Sticker Rush Symphony is so awesome.
Sticker Rush Symphony.
But yes, for a majority of the Bramble levels, what your gameplay mostly consists of is you getting lost in the barrel mazes.
Barrel mazes.
Well, what else would you like me to call them?
No, they're definitely barrel mazes. They're amazing barrels. Look at, they're just. Now I'm caught up. Now I'm caught up in the ridiculousness that is a series of floating barrels in the middle of the sky.
Be very careful and patient, Dixie. You don't want to throw yourself into those thorny vines again.
Oh, thank God it's a checkpoint.
Yep.
As I recall, this isn't a terribly long level either.
No, the Bramble levels are not terribly long, but they feel like it. These are very stressful to pilot through.
Oh yeah, because I mean, one misstep, you know, A, you could reset the puzzle, and B, you run into obstacles.
Actually, B happens way more often than A does, because there's no real set states for these puzzles.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, and you have to get the timing.
Oh, that's right, because I wanted. Originally I wanted to make this actually 2 parts, but I canceled that out at the last second. So yeah, I show off each of the deaths that I have in Bramble Blast.
Yay.
That was only the first one.
We see the deaths. And here I thought there was going to be a glaring omission.
No, I can't go through the entire game without dying.
Well, you can definitely go through the whole game without leaving the death sequences in.
I could, but that would actually hamper the pacing a lot, honestly. It would cut off a lot of time for particular parts that I needed them to be slightly longer for editing purposes.
Yeah. Wait, left one, right one. Left barrel, right barrel. Right barrel.
This is not Harui Suzumiya.
Right barrel. Gentlemen, we have found evidence of intelligent life. They leave barrels in the sky. They're trying to tell us something.
Stop playing video games, you nerds.
Remember, only you can pick the right barrel.
But what if they want us to pick the left barrel? The note clearly said the right barrel.
Damn it! What do you want?
Ouch.
Oh, and then suddenly there's a break in the barrels where you actually have to control where Diddy is, and if you got hit right before you pass that dragonflies, you may rage quit.
And here we go into Cudgel's contest after we go save at Brinkley's.
Oh yeah, it's another boss fight.
Yep. Sorry we didn't really talk over most of the levels, but, you know, it's kind of the thing that we do. We kind of bullshit our way through parts.
She actually got a silver trophy for mathematics. We live in a very, very silly world.
Alright, Cudgel's contest. I did die the first time doing this, just so you know. Alright, you'll notice that Cudgel actually has pretty much the same model that Club has got, except that he's a different color. And what you want to do is avoid the shockwave. Yes, he is a boss with a shockwave move. Every time he lands, he hits you with a stun. And he can hit the TNT boxes out of your hand.
Wow.
So it's important to dodge when you can. For the first couple of phases, honestly, what I would recommend is running full length across each screen, waiting for him to drop down.
Yeah.
Because that way he's very unlikely to actually hit you.
Because
of how fast he goes, because he does get faster after each hit.
His cudgel has a very long reach, I notice. Like that.
Yes.
Holy crap.
It's pretty much a third of the arena.
That is a pretty wide range. And now he starts moving faster!
But don't worry, he's almost dead, right?
Does he have a walking animation, or does he just jump?
No, he does not have a walking animation.
He just jumps. Oh,
yes.
Wait, but he can jump forward, too. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is the second phase of the boss fight, where he goes back to his starting speed and, you know, jumps toward you instead of just into the sky. Unfortunately, he still jumps relatively slowly, so it's still pretty easy to dodge. I honestly prefer the second phase of the boss fight over the first. Yeah. The first, I'm always worried about where he's actually going to fall down from. Here, I already know where he's going to fall down, and it's pretty easy to tell where he's going to be.
Oh god. Oh, it's done. Oh, okay. Now we gotta wait for the TNT barrel.
Yep. Honestly, Diddy is much better at this phase of the boss than Dixie is, because Diddy moves faster than Dixie does.
And now he's dead.
Yes, he is dead and been thrown into the swamp, the Kremway.
Rock the boombox, Diddy.
Yes, and in the next part, we will be starting on Act 4, the Haunted Amusement Park.
Ooh.
Crazy Kremland!
Ooh.